imagine someone rushing you into making a decision to spend $20,000. Like last time they did that was when we had college loans, and we see how that did turned out. A bunch of idiots gave us a bunch of I'm just kidding, but not really. Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. It is your girl Simone Nicole here, back at it again with yet another video. And today's video is going to be a get ready with me, well, a chit chat get ready with me. I am on my way to an influencer event. I'll tell you guys more about it as I get dressed, but it is going to be a full do my makeup, do my hair, get dressed with me. And if you would like to see me talk about the event that I am going to and the title of this video, we're going to talk about why I moved across the country and why it was the best thing I ever did for myself. And on top of that, why I feel like you should also do the same thing. So if you would like to see all that, get all my outfit deets, get all my makeup deets, my hair deets, then just keep watching. Okay, hi friends. I'm so excited about the way that this looks. I really hope that this looks as good in post. This looks really good. And I had to like move my desk across the room, and it's like been this whole thing. But I am getting ready to go to an influencer event that I got invited to, which is pretty cool. It's actually a new business venture. It's an app called Empower Global. I was founded by Diddy, or I think he was co-founded by Diddy. So that's exciting, but I am nervous. And of course, I'm running late, as I always am. And I really barely know what I am doing with my hair. I have a rough idea of what I want to do with it. And I think I want to do just like a slick ponytail. And I went to the hair store and I got some hair earlier today. I like curled it like this to see if I could get it to mimic my hair texture just a bit more. So let's take her down and see if she turns out okay. You got something. Because if so, I'm going to add this to my pony. Okay, while I unravel this, we are gathered here today to talk about the title of my video, which is why I think that moving across the country was the best thing I ever did for myself, and why I think that everyone should do it once in their life. So to keep it a bill with y'all, I actually didn't move across the country. I just moved down south, but it was like better for title reasons. So I moved from Cleveland, Ohio. I was born and raised in Cleveland, Ohio, and I moved down to Atlanta, Georgia. I moved down here completely on my own. I do not have a single family member out here. I have a couple of friends, and besides that, I know this is probably annoying, this is hanging down, let me move this. Besides that, that is all I really have out here. And it has been a journey for sure. Okay, this is what it's giving so far, which it's gonna be too obvious. It's gonna be too obvious back there. Okay, I'm gonna let it go. Because one thing about it, I would rather just do a little slick back and just have my bun or my ponytail look a little stingy than to make it obvious that I'm wearing some extra hair in my head, because I don't really need it, you know? So at first I had a little mini ponytail back here, but I'm just gonna take it out. And I thought I was adding the hair in. I was gonna add it in like you would do like a ponytail, like a for real ponytail. But since that's not gonna happen, you can go ahead and take that out. I am though going to go on with this Cara Hair Curl Essence moisturizing water and just spray that on so that I can get all of this as smooth as possible, because I don't know if I'm gonna do bun or if I'm gonna do pony. I am unsure. So like I said, I'm from Cleveland, Ohio, and I moved to Atlanta back in April 2021, and then I ended up leaving in December 2021 and then coming back again in April 2022. And that was this whole big thing too. I ended up having to leave because I got my apartment on what we now call COVID prices, and I didn't realize that, but my first apartment was beautiful. I loved it. I lived pretty far outside of the city, which I did not mind because I'm not really a city girl, but I decided to do that on purpose, and I was actually very happy with my decision to do that. I know it looks like I'm hurting myself, and I kind of am trying to get this as smooth as possible. So I lived out in the burbs, and I ended up having to move because they raised my rent by, I believe, $300 or $400. And I posted about it and talked about it as it was happening, and I found out it was happening to a lot of people. We were getting priced out of our apartments because the market was going up, so they had to adjust our rent prices with it, which I think is absolute bullshit, but okay. So I ended up moving my stuff into storage and then moving back to Cleveland to just take my time, because my sister really put it into perspective for me. And she was like, I think that she said somewhere between, like, the number was between like $20,000 and $25,000 a year on rent. She didn't say it to like make me feel like, oh, we need to buy a house, or like to make me feel bad. She just did some quick math. As I talked about in my last video, if you haven't watched my last video, go watch it. I'll pop it up on the screen. As I said in my last video, numbers really sober me up. So when she said that number to me, I just was like, well, I'm not going to rush into a decision. Like, imagine someone rushing you into making a decision to spend $20,000. Like, last time they did that was when we had college loans, and we see how that did turned out. A bunch of idiots gave us a bunch of I'm just kidding, but not really. But yeah, like, thinking about spending that much money, no, I don't want to compromise for where I live. So I ended up leaving and then coming back when I feel like I have found an apartment that I really loved, and things really ended up working out for me. And now I'm in a beautiful apartment that I am in now, and I absolutely love it. So everything definitely worked out for the best. I am going to continue to force my hair to slick back, and then when I feel like I got it at a point that I really like, I'll be back with y'all and we're gonna start my makeup. My hair it's settling in, hopefully. My brows are already done. When I did my makeup for the show the other day, it looked really good. So I'm gonna try to recreate that. I also went to Sephora. I needed to re-up on my Morphe spray. That's not from Sephora, but it was just in the bag. I'm gonna try the Sephora Micro Smooth Powder. I got it in the darkest shade, and I just wanna say this. I am beyond over these brands like releasing 40 different shades of foundation because they're inclusive now, but then like making no other products to complement that. Like, what the hell is it? Why is this your darkest shade? And this lighting right now is really bright. I'm deep dark, and this being your darkest shade is insane to me. But it's fine because I'm going to use it to work underneath my under eyes. So it's not the end of the world. Where is my favorite brush in the world? I feel like not being oriented how I usually am is really throwing me off. Like, I feel like I don't know where anything is in here because I turned my desk to face the back of my room. I am just going to do something really simple. The event starts in about an hour, and it's like not that far away from me, so that's fine. I don't want to talk about the event. Me being like, don't force me to talk about this event right now. As if any of you guys are here in person. Let's get back into talking about my journey here. And it's just so crazy to me that I'm making a video like this, talking about why moving was the best thing I could have ever done for myself as I get ready to go to my not first influencer event, but I've been to a handful of influencer events at this point and been like personally invited to things because of my name, which isn't settling in for me. And this was never really a thing back when I was in Cleveland. And I just feel like I'm really stepping into my own here in Atlanta, which is wonderful. And it's exactly why I moved here. Now, I understand the benefits of me moving here, but I don't want to make it seem like moving here was just the best, most easy thing I ever did, because the fact of the matter is that it just is not. And not for the reasons that I feel like people generally like see on social media. I heard a girl say, or maybe I saw her tweet it, but she said that like all the people that complain about living in Atlanta, moving to Atlanta, all of those things, she said that Atlanta holds a mirror up to who you are, because all these experiences that people be talking about that they be having, I have not had a single one, and I've been here for a decent amount of time, and I know for a fact that it's because I mind my mother effing business, which has its benefits and its drawbacks. Let me do my eyeliner. I'll be right back. I'm back. Eyes are done. Real nice, simple. I just did a little wash of color. It's kind of getting washed out on camera, but there is a slight wash of brown in there, and I just did a little wing liner. Throw on my lash. I will try my best to link everything that I'm using down below, because I kind of do just like go like this when I be doing my makeup. So let's prime. We're going to be using the e.l.f. Power Grip primer today. I always use 2 primers though, but we're not here to talk about products. Anyways, something that I have noticed about myself in speaking about Atlanta holding a mirror up to who you are, I can 100% back that. And I would actually even go a step further to say that no matter where you move, it's gonna hold a mirror up to who you are. I think Atlanta is probably just more extreme because there's just so much to get into here. I kind of feel like the rhetoric is like, you be thinking that you come to Atlanta and scammers is standing on the street being like, you want to be my girl? Here's $1,000 right now to be my girl. It's not like that. I feel like the way that the metaphorical mirror has been held up to me is in the fact of my bad habits around isolation and the effects that that has on me. Okay, before I say this, for skin, this is the magical skin combination. I'm gonna do the Maybelline Matte and Poreless, just a drop of 380, and then just a drizzy drop of the Fenty Ease drops. And I actually bought a little makeup palette, period. Feeling like a real professional. We are just going to mix her up. I saw this TikTok and it was about Pisces, and I am a Pisces. Hello, hi, if you did not know that. And I'm like all Pisces, like Pisces moon, Pisces sun, Pisces Mars, Pisces Mercury. My only other major placement that isn't Pisces is my Venus, which is in Taurus, which is lucky for me because God forbid that my Venus was in Pisces, child. But anyways, and when she was talking about Pisces, she said that we tend to actually isolate ourselves because we're so sensitive to energy that like the smallest thing will get into our psyche or into our energy bubble, and it'll really drag us down. And I'm really identified with that. I describe my energy on a daily basis as a cup, and also my love is also a cup too. I start my day with my cup full, right? And as the day goes on, my cup drains all the way down to 0, and I am not somebody that can operate in the negative. I can't operate in the red. So like when people are like, I give the shirt off my back, I do it even when I don't have it to do. I'm not that type of person because I physically can't be that type of person, right? So if in a day I know that I have several meetings, I need to film Swipe Talk, this is loud and obnoxious. I'm gonna take my Maybelline, the hell is this? My Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Concealer. If I know I have all these things to do, I know that my cup is being pulled from, like my cup started full, it's getting lower and lower and lower and lower as the day goes on. And I have to conserve the energy in that cup because sometimes work is all I have. And then once my cup is empty, I don't have anything else to give that day. My friends are very aware that I'm like this. So they'll be like, hey, when do you have time to talk this week? And they will specifically ask me to like set aside time, which I really, really, really love about my friends because they really respect me and my boundaries. But because of that, it is very easy for me to go days on end without talking to anybody. And I will be perfectly fine because I am truly an introvert and I truly feel tired at the end of the day. And because of that, I don't really go out of my way to hang out with the friends that I have made here, the people that I do know here. And it's nothing personal. It kind of turns into like a snowball effect because one day will go by and I'll be tired and I'm like, I need to honor myself and I just need to let myself like be tired. But then that snowballs into me literally not talking to many people for days or weeks at a time. So I find that I am having trouble not making friends, but keeping friends, because friendships are relationships and they take maintenance. And if I'm not putting in the work, then it becomes very difficult for a friendship to work. So generally my friendships just atrophy, but only my new friends. My old friends know what's up. Like my old friends literally will joke and be like, okay, loved talking to you. Talk to you next month. Like just checking in to make sure that you're not dead. And that's been like a reoccurring thing in my life. But for my new friends, I can understand why it looks really flaky and weird, but it is genuinely the way that I am with everybody. The friend thing ended up then spiraling and snowballing into me feeling like I low-key have a very, very, very small case of social anxiety. And I feel like it happened because I no longer have to leave the house. Yesterday, I left the house and I didn't realize that I hadn't left the house in 4 days. 4 full days I had spent in the house living my best life, completely fine. But because of that, what ends up happening is that your people skills start to atrophy, and then you start to get like weird around people again. And I feel like that's where I'm at. So I've quite literally had to force myself to get out of the house and to not just let myself do what I like to do, quote unquote. I'm literally been digging inside of this Juvia's Place. It's a foundation, but I use it as a bronzer because it just brings such warmth to the face. It's so mother effing good. Me being like, Atlanta is not that crazy, and then y'all just hearing sirens pass. Something that also becomes really real is bills and supporting yourself and being responsible. It was no longer like, oh, I am in between paychecks right now, I can't afford to pay X, like, Ma, can you cover it for me, you know? It was like, no, baby girl, like, your bills are due because your bills are due, so you need to figure it out. It wasn't an adjustment per se, but it was definitely like when I felt myself like really kicking into high gear, especially when I had to make the decision to move after my apartments changed their prices from COVID pricing, and like having to like move myself out of my apartment, figure all that stuff out by myself in a complete other different state. Like that entire process was insane for me. Okay, I am back just putting the finishing touches on my lip. I wish that I could drop my brightness a bit so that y'all could really see what this look is giving, because she's very cute, she's very clean. I'm gonna go in with my Morphe setting spray. This stuff is so good. So now that I've talked about all of like the growth parts, I want to talk to y'all about the main reason why I am telling y'all that I feel like everyone should do what I did. When I tell y'all my self-esteem and my self-worth are at an all-time high, I'm not kidding you guys. Like the amount of respect that I have for myself has like quadrupled, because I literally get to look around every single day and say, look what you're doing. Look what you have done. Look at the life that you've built for yourself. Look at your beautiful apartment. Look at, you know, all of the strides that you've made career-wise. Like even getting ready to go to this event, I'm just like, what is happening right now? It's so gratifying to me to look around every single day and know that I literally, like quite literally, got this up out the mud for myself. And I promise you, that is something that I really feel like you cannot get without doing something so drastic. Like, you know yourself and know if you can actually handle doing something like moving to another state by yourself. Sometimes you just really just need to push yourself and just like do it, knowing that there may or may not be a safety net up under you. For me, knowing that there was no safety net, it pushed a hustle out of me that I didn't even know was there. It has helped me to take risks. It has scared me. And if you follow me on any of my socials or have been following me for any length of time, then you know that I encourage y'all to do things that scare y'all, because when you're doing something that's scary and uncomfortable, it means that you are growing. Even if you fail at it, even if it backfires completely, at least you learned from it. You did something. Like being stagnant means that no, you're not moving backwards, but you're also not moving forwards, you know? I need to dry my hair a bit, so I'm gonna sit here and dry my hair, but I'm going to do a voiceover for this next little portion so I can keep talking to y'all while I dry my hair. I'm not gonna make out like moving out here is all sunshine and rainbows. Because of the being away from everyone and everything that you know, it really does hold a mirror up to the gaps, I guess you could say, that you could have in your life, in your personality, and it makes you confront a lot of things. My therapy sessions were the hardest that they had ever been once I moved alone by myself. When you have no distractions, it forces you to pay attention to things that you didn't want to pay attention to before. I consider my move to be one of the hardest, most rewarding things that I have ever done, and I would not change it for the world. Once I left Cleveland, I knew that I wasn't coming back. No shade to Cleveland, I just knew that I was never going back. And since I've moved here, I am now a full-time creator. I also work as a producer at the company that I work for, and I actually produce my show Swipe Talk along with my co-host. So much has changed since I left. And that's why I say I would not change everything that has transpired for anything. Y'all have no idea what I've just been through. It has been so much. I had to break my neck to get into this dress. It's a very cute dress, but I literally had to break my neck to get into it and had to like essentially sew myself into it. So there's that. I'll show you guys a full video up on the screen next to me. I will be posting like just like a outfit check over on TikTok. So if you're not following me on TikTok, make sure you go over there. Oh, I should also tell you fragrance details as well. Me trying so hard not to flash my boob tape down here. When I stand, it's not as bad. When I'm sitting, it's like, you know. I just did a collab with Dossier, but this is a fragrance that I've had for a while. It's their Floriental Almond, and it's inspired by Carolyn Herrera's Good Girl. And then I also have on Killian's Angel Share. It's giving money, and I want to smell like money at this event. But now I am running extremely late, so I have to get going. However, I just wanted to wrap up talking about my thoughts about moving. I want to encourage you guys to take risks. I want to encourage you guys to do what is on your heart. If you've always wanted to move, if you've always wanted to do more, to get away, to get out, please do. You will not regret it. And you might as well take a risk and fail, because you learn so much from not just wins, but also from losses as well. I showed you guys my outfit. We have the fragrance deets. We had our girl talk, and now it is time for me to head out. If you would like to see a little bit of vlog footage, then just stay tuned for my next upload, because my next upload will be a vlog of just like a few days in my life, but it'll be including this event as well. Thank you guys for joining me for this video. I appreciate you guys so much as always. If you are wanting to move, wanting to start a moving journey, drop your comments down below. Offer your thoughts on some of the things that I said. If you like my outfit, let me know. You know, if you like these types of videos, let me know. And I will see you guys super duper soon in the next video. Remember to keep positivity in your life, because positivity breeds positivity, and we have absolutely no time for negativity in 2022. I'll see you guys super duper soon in my next video. Mwah. Bye guys.